Why most wealth disappears as fast as it appears. Success often follows a predictable pattern. It starts with effort, turns into results, and, if handled correctly, leads to long-term freedom. But here's the problem. Most people get stuck after the second step. They figure out how to generate income but never learn how to hold on to it. It's why professional athletes can earn millions yet end up bankrupt a few years after retirement. It's why some entrepreneurs build thriving businesses, cash out, and then somehow end up struggling again. Making money is one skill. Keeping it is another. Think about the countless viral social media stars who explode overnight, making 6 or 7 figures in sponsorship deals, only to fade into irrelevance because they never built anything beyond momentary fame. The pattern repeats itself over and over. Fortune arrives and just as quickly it vanishes. Why? Because wealth without structure is like water in your hands. If you don't have the right vessel to contain it, it slips right through your fingers. The 4 wealth disciplines that separate winners from one-hit wonders. The people who keep their wealth aren't necessarily the ones who made the most. They're the ones who mastered 4 core disciplines, silent yet powerful habits that prevent financial success from being a temporary illusion. Financial armor. Building resilience. Against the unexpected. The world is unpredictable. Economies crash. Markets shift. Trends die. Those who survive aren't the ones who made the most money during the good times. They're the ones who built a foundation strong enough to withstand the bad times. Consider the local businesses that thrived for decades but folded within months of an economic downturn. Compare them to companies like Apple, Amazon, or even McDonald's, which have survived recessions, market crashes, and global crises. The difference? They built financial armor, strategies that allow them to adapt instead of collapse. For an individual, this means creating multiple income streams, maintaining cash reserves, and never becoming overly dependent on a single source of money. Those who rely solely on a job, a single business, or a passing trend are playing a dangerous game. Purposeful wealth. Directing money. Instead of letting it disappear. The average person increases their spending every time they make more money, a bigger paycheck, time to upgrade the car, a profitable business quarter, time for a luxury vacation. This cycle ensures that no matter how much they earn, they remain trapped in financial dependency. Contrast this with someone like Warren Buffett, who despite being a billionaire, still lives in the same modest house he bought in 1958. Not because he can't afford more, but because he understands that financial freedom isn't about how much you earn. It's about how much you control. Building lasting wealth requires directing money with intent, not just reacting to income increases with lifestyle inflation. This means prioritizing investments over indulgences and structuring finances so that money continues to grow rather than disappear. Smart scaling. Knowing when to grow and when to hold back. A common mistake in business and life is thinking that bigger always means better. Many companies expand too fast, open more locations, hire more staff, and invest aggressively, only to crumble under the weight of their own growth. Look at businesses like WeWork, which was once valued at nearly $50 billion but collapsed due to reckless expansion. Compare that to a company like Patagonia, which grew steadily while maintaining strong financial discipline. The difference is measured growth versus unchecked ambition. In personal finance, the same principle applies. It's not about earning more just to spend more. It's about knowing when to take calculated risks and when to hold back. Sustainable growth requires strategy, not speed. Long-term thinking. Making decisions that pay off years later. The choices, made today shape financial reality years down the line. Those who think only in terms of immediate rewards often find themselves in financial turmoil, while those who think in decades build empires. Jeff Bezos, for example, didn't prioritize short-term profits when building Amazon. He reinvested nearly everything, sacrificing quick wins for long-term dominance. Meanwhile, many businesses chase quick money and burn out just as fast. On an individual level, this means prioritizing long-term investments, avoiding get-rich-quick schemes, and making financial moves that provide lasting benefits rather than fleeting rewards. The key to staying on top: wealth creation isn't the hardest part, it's keeping it. The world is full of stories about lottery winners who went broke, athletes who lost it all, and entrepreneurs who saw their fortunes disappear. The missing ingredient? Discipline. Financial success isn't about luck or making one good decision. It's about consistently making the right choices over time. The people who stay rich aren't always the smartest, but they are always the ones who master the invisible rules of financial discipline. Because in the end, it's not about how much you make, it's about how much you keep, protect, and grow.